给我掉下来了！哎呀，要！
连日来，云南。
Yunnan Province, a region known for its rugged mountains and diverse landscapes, is currently grappling with the aftermath of intense flooding that swept across several counties between July 17th and 20. Triggered by days of unrelenting rainfall, the floods have inflicted substantial damage on infrastructure, farmland, and communities in multiple parts of the province. Particularly in Zhaotong, Wenshan, Kujing, and Pu'er. According to regional meteorological data, large portions of Yunnan have received rainfall, far exceeding historical seasonal averages. The persistent downpours overwhelmed riverbanks and drainage systems in both urban and rural areas, transforming narrow mountain streams into fast-moving torrents. Flash floods rushed through villages, sweeping away homes, vehicles, and agricultural machinery, leaving behind trails of debris and deep scars across the terrain. In Zhaotong City, one of the worst-hit areas, heavy rainfall triggered landslides that blocked several key transport routes, isolating remote communities and delaying emergency response efforts. Local officials reported that dozens of road sections have been submerged or damaged, including provincial highways that link smaller townships to main trade corridors. In the town of Ludian, low-lying areas were inundated within minutes after a sudden overnight surge in water levels, forcing thousands of residents to evacuate to higher ground. Further south, Wenshan Prefecture faced similar devastation. Agricultural land spanning thousands of miu, Chinese acres, has been submerged under muddy floodwaters, with rice fields, greenhouses, and vegetable plots destroyed just weeks before harvest. Farmers in Yanshan and Funing counties reported watching helplessly as rising water engulfed their crops and livestock. Livelihoods built over years were washed away in mere hours. In Pu'er City, near the border with Laos, rivers running through mountainous valleys burst their banks, triggering a series of flash floods. Several bridges were damaged or swept away entirely, cutting off road access to multiple villages. Emergency teams worked through the night to erect temporary crossings and deliver supplies by foot and drone. The Provincial Water Resources Department issued multiple red alerts across Pu'er and Xishuangbanna regions, warning of continuing flood risks as upstream water levels remain dangerously high. Meanwhile, in Kujing, known for its dense population and hilly topography, urban drainage systems failed to contain the rainfall. City streets quickly turned into rivers, with water levels rising chest-high in some low-lying districts. Vehicles floated or piled up against barriers, and public transportation was suspended across much of the city. In several residential blocks, ground floors were completely flooded, prompting mass evacuations and the deployment of inflatable rescue boats. Power supply has also been disrupted in many affected areas. As of July 20th, local electric grids in Zhaotong and Wenshan were still undergoing emergency repairs, with several substations offline due to water damage. Communication infrastructure was also temporarily cut off in some mountainous zones, complicating coordination between local officials and rescue units. However, mobile networks have been partially restored with the help of portable relay stations. Rescue and relief efforts are ongoing. More than 10,000 people have been evacuated from high-risk zones across the province. Emergency shelters have been set up in schools, community centers, and government buildings, with food, water, and basic medical supplies distributed by the Red Cross and local disaster management authorities. Military units and civilian volunteers have joined forces to clear debris, reopen blocked roads, and reinforce riverbanks with sandbags and barriers. Environmental experts warn that the situation could worsen if rains continue. As the soil across much of the region is already saturated, increasing the risk of further landslides and flash floods. Satellite data shows several unstable slopes across northeastern Yunnan, especially in areas that experienced seismic activity in recent years. The Yunnan provincial government has declared a Level 2 emergency response, the second highest level in China's flood control system. Authorities are urging residents in vulnerable areas to remain alert, avoid travel unless necessary, and comply with evacuation orders. As Yunnan confronts the aftermath of this destructive event, the full extent of the damage is still being assessed. Early reports indicate widespread destruction of homes, schools, roads, and farmlands, damage that may take months to fully recover from. What remains clear is that communities across the province will be relying heavily on both local and national support in the difficult weeks ahead. Thanks for watching Severe Weather, where we break down the facts behind nature's most intense moments. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel going. Hit the bell so you never miss a real, calm, and clear report. Note: some footage in this video may be used for illustration and may not show the exact event described. See you in the next one. Stay informed, stay safe,